you tell us about what peer mentoring at Michigan Medicine is all about?
So when I was diagnosed, I was living in Tucson, Arizona, and I had listened to Dr. Khanna speak at a Southern California or Southern Arizona convention or something. And my health got bad enough that I knew I needed to go back to Michigan, where we're from, to get support from our families. We had this 1-year-old baby and I just needed more support. So we went home, and as I was making the decision, my husband flew me home, and I found out that the University of Michigan Scleroderma Clinic was being run by Dinesh Khanna. So Mary, that made the decision. Like, that sold my husband. We're going back home. You're going to be under the best care. And I had seen him about gut health. I mean, I had talked to him about gut health before. So of course, the first day I walked into clinic, and I said to him, all right, I moved across the country from, I uprooted my whole family. We moved across country. Now fix me. I'm sure he loved that. But you know what? He made it clear to me that there was support in the people. And what did he do? He gave me your phone number, and I'll never forget Anita Devine and Ann Patton, bless her soul. And together, the four of us, with the support of Dinesh, started peer mentoring. And Mary, I am so passionate about it, as you are. What it really is just pairing up maybe a new patient, or maybe a patient that's had it for a while and is frustrated, but it's one of us just talking one-on-one via Zoom now, or phone call, or meeting up for a cup of coffee on campus, or whatever the patient's comfortable with.
Yep.
And
text. I even text to some people.
Oh yeah, text, perfect example now.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're just being their buddy, I guess, and showing them support. We don't have the medical advice. They need to get that from their doctors. But sometimes our diagnosis is so overwhelming. And of course, they have their support through their family or friends. But I think we've come to the realization that nobody can really understand the whole disease unless you're a patient yourself.
Absolutely. You said it.
I think even our doctors know that, and that's why they communicate so well with us.
Right. And that's why they are really supportive of peer mentors and scleroderma backers. These two things that we, have going on.
I'm going to say, scleroderma, because there's not a cure. Like, if you're going to get a kidney transplant, let's say, you might get a peer mentor that would mentor you through that process, right? You can go from step one of how to get on the registry list, and when you actually get your kidney and the medications, and then eventually I think you graduate from that program. Maybe there's follow-up, but so that peer mentor takes you from step A to step B. Right. But in our diagnosis, there's no end. So there's change. You change your symptoms all the time. There's new scary things, but there's also new medications, new research. And so I think people might get nervous to hear a peer mentor. I'm not sharing that with them, but actually we get it. And once you talk to one of us, we're pretty good at supporting, wouldn't you say?
Yes, we are. I know. And I understand not everybody wants to talk to somebody, but when they do, they all say like, wow, I don't know anybody with scleroderma. Thank you for sharing your experience. It really helps, even if it's one phone call.
Yeah,
really. And sometimes that's all. I've talked to a person maybe once, and they're just like, okay, thank you. I know somebody with scleroderma. You're still going. You're still kicking it, like you said. And thank you. And then some people.
It's so overwhelming. And when you get on that internet, you can see there's no cure, and you feel like you're gonna die, and that's not how it has to be anymore.
No. And you see scary images and stuff, and that's not, you got to talk to somebody, talk to a real life example.
And I love what you said, Mary, about like, even if it's just one phone call, it's like our mentoring program meets you where you're at when you
Yep.
need it. So we have some people that are very first diagnosed that want to talk to people. We have some people that are not ready to talk then, and it's like 7 years
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah.
So it's just at your leisure. You
Yeah.
can always contact the peer mentoring program, and maybe somewhere on this website, Mary, we'll put
Yeah.
a link or whatever.